Hey guys, Colonel Green Anole here, and this video is my entire World War II Lego military collection. I've got Russian, French, Egyptian, British, American, German, and Japanese stuff. This might take a few minutes, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. So let's start over here with British stuff. Right here I've got two Stuart tanks. Turrets rotate. They've got little machine guns up there. It's blurred. There you go, little machine guns there, 30 cals. This one has a BAR on the back. And there you can kind of get a little bit of an overhead view. Tracks roll pretty well, and I've got two of them. All this stuff is my own design, by the way, so yeah. Here's some armored cars. They're British armored cars. Guess they look kind of like a Marmon Harrington armored car, which is South African. But yeah, you can fit a guy in there. The hatch is open, and another guy down there driving. And then back here I've got a DUKW, and it's pretty cool. It's got a spare wheel back there. It's got a propeller on the back that you can't see, but it's also, yeah, got controls and room for two guys there. Then on to my Austin K5 medium trucks. Door opens on there. It can fit 1 to 2 guys in the cab and more in the back. This one has an anti-aircraft gun on it though, so it can't really fit that many people. Then on to some of my figures for my British Army. I've got 7 British guys, I guess, I don't know, 8th Army British guys. And I've got some Egyptians. They've got fezzes on. That's a funny word to say. But then I have my artillery and some other miscellaneous stuff. I've got a Willis Jeep, an SAS Desert Raiders, whatever Jeep. It's got 2 long-range desert group guys in the front, another guy in the back, a little homemade 50 cal. The windscreen flips up. Right now it's flipped down. Some British artillerymen wearing whatever you call those Arab head wraps. Not turbans, but yeah, I've got some 50mm mortars, or 60mm mortars. Sorry, I've got an ordnance of 25-pound anti-tank gun, and it rotates along this little circular base here. I've got my M3 37mm anti-tank gun, 2 of them. One's in folded up position, and that's how I carry it on my Austin K5s there, ta-da. And then I've got my Daimler, I don't know how to say it, scout car there with a homemade little Bren gun made out of a hand and a couple other pieces. So yeah, there's that. Now on to my Russians. They have some of my favorite stuff that I've made. Sorry, they have my ZIS 5 3-ton truck, which is pretty cool. I like it. It's got a bundle of logs, sticks in the back, and a spare wheel, some ammunition. Then I've got 5 Russian Home Guard soldiers and a Maxim machine gun on a carriage. Then I've got my French soldiers, where I used fighter hats as Adrian helmets, and I've got 5 of them. They've all got gray capes. That's probably pretty hard to see. And then I've got 2 officers with the red caps, then 2 artillerymen, and 75mm, which is the first truly modern artillery piece, was the French 75mm there. Then go on to my Japanese. I've got I believe it's a type 95 howitzer. 2 artillerymen, a bunch of soldiers there, one with a type 100 SMG. And then this guy's got a Nambu type 14. He's an officer. He's also got a sword. And then there's a type 92 howitzer battalion gun. And I know that doesn't look like the Brickmania version, but I've got a picture of it in my book and it looks different in here. But yeah, that's it. Type 92 infantry cannon. And then the type 96, howitzer. Okay, so that took a while. Now on to my Germans. This is my kind of like Battle of the Bulge camo stuff. I've got BMW 250 Z250 heavy motorcycles, 2 of them. One with some German Wehrmacht, or not Wehrmacht, Waffen-SS soldiers. There's the side view. Then I've got my Stug 3 Alfs G there. Gun elevates and depresses. Tracks work. I've got some shields that go on the side, but I don't have them on right now, obviously. Hatch opens up. You can put a guy there, and a guy in that hatch, and a guy inside. Then I've got this guy who's another Waffen-SS, and then another Waffen-SS soldier. And then for the rest of my Germans, I have a Flak 38, 3 German artillerymen, a German with a Flammenwerfer 41, or whatever it's called, a German with a Sturmgewehr 44, well, the Vampire, I guess, which has a light on it, then German with a KAR 98 and grenade, stick grenade, potato mash or whatever. Some Germans with MP40s. German like a Panzer Commander here. And then I've got my Tiger 2, which is pretty nice. It's got a fully detailed interior. I'll make a video on that later. And I've got my Tiger 1. Yeah, that guy goes on. It also has a fully detailed interior, and the tracks work like on all my tanks. Back's got a lot of detail. I don't know if you can see it. In the back of the Tiger 2, King Tiger. And now on to the last thing, my Americans. I've got, it's an F6 Hellcat / F4 Wildcat with folding landing gear. There's a pilot there. And yeah, and it's got a spare fuel tank or a 500-pound bomb. I've got my Vaut Kingfisher OSU reconnaissance and rescue plane. It's 2 pilots there. It's got those floats. Sorry about the camera. Then the next one is a work in progress. It's my B-25G Mitchell. So far all I've got is the cockpit, which took me a while. So I just decided to build this little factory scene around that with the engine, some pilots, and you can get a pretty nice look at the Mitchell. Yeah, so I'll make a video on that when I'm done, and I'll probably make separate videos on most of the larger things here. And then lastly, my giant ship. It's a US destroyer. So you can see, yeah, I've got there. It's a very big ship, very big. It's got a fully detailed interior with a sick bay in there, beds, radar. It's got a bridge. There's the bridge up there, and it's got a galley and then some storage in there. And yeah, all the guns move around. Got a bunch of opening doors all around. 30 cals machine gun, 30 cal machine guns, 50 cals. depth charges. So yeah, I'll definitely make a video on that. So yeah, that's everything. That's I believe 17 vehicles and 11 artillery pieces. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's my giant Lego World War II collection, all made by me. Send me any questions. I'll probably make instructions on some of these. Thanks. Yeah, this is Colonel Green Anole signing out.